Previously on Trails in the Sky.
I want you to investigate ghost sightings, and not just in the city of Rouen, mind you. Reports have been coming in from all across the province. According to doctrine, ghosts are usually bound to something. The ghost everyone's been reporting, though, doesn't seem to behave that way. From what you said, I think it's actually quite possible our spectre is bound to a place or person. Jenis Royal Academy.
Perhaps our roles should have been reversed. Do you mean you wouldn't like kissing Joshua?
Let's see. I think I'll start with the smart-mouthed little brat first. Don't you harm a single hair on her head, or I'll use every technique I know to cut your miserable carcass to pieces. Ah, so this is the Royal Academy. Full of budding flowers trembling with potential, dewed with the passionate moisture of sweats and youthful tears. Ah, a lovely place.
Oh wow, I see like 10 pictures I want to take already. I'm gonna go through so much film.
Just a reminder, we're here to investigate the ghost mess. Keep your heads in the game, thanks.
This kind of makes me all nostalgic, though. I mean, we were only here a week, but...
Hey, that just goes to show how important the time you spend with your friends was. You did something for the Academy play, right?
Oh, I heard about that from Niall. Estelle was a knight and Joshua was a princess, right? Oh, I wish I could have got some pictures.
Wait, what? Is this true? Oh, what a tragedy that I should miss Joshua at his most graceful and alluring. We simply must find him and have him wear such splendor again.
And all my memories are ruined forever. Changing gears, though, Matron Teresa said the test period would be over soon. I wonder if we're here a little early, though. Sieg! I have no idea what you're saying, but you're welcoming me, right? Have you been, Sieg?
Sweet!
Estelle? Oh! Kloe! Been a while, huh? It has... Whoa, what's wrong, Kloe? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You've suffered so much and I can't do anything. I can't do anything to help my friends. I'm such a wretch. Hey, don't say that. I'm glad you care so much. I'm sure Joshua would feel the same way. I'm just happy to see you again. Me too. Thank Idios we were able to meet again.
Good grief, you two are dramatic even off the stage. Hey, Estelle, I think we saw each other last at the birthday celebrations, right?
Hey, Jill. Yeah, that's about right. And Hans, too. Hello.
Ah, Estelle, everyone. I love the chat, but I think we need to put that aside for a moment. You guys are here on Brace for Business, right? The Dean wants to see you. We'll show you the way.
Yes, I see. So you suspect this white shadow is originating from the Academy grounds?
Yes, sir. It seems like it is.
The guild would like permission to investigate inside the Academy. You cool if we have a look around and ask the students some questions?
Certainly. Given the circumstances, I would ask you to investigate in truth. Well, I've little idea what this white shadow could be. If it is affecting the election, we cannot simply sit idle and let it be.
Thanks, sir. So, you mentioned not knowing what the white shadow might be.
Alas, no. No one's reported anything of the sort to me. Jill, has anyone come to the student council about such a thing?
Nope, not a peep. It was an exam crunch time, though. Nobody really has time to come by and say hello to any of us anyway.
I see. That would make sense.
Huh? I think I'm lost. Here at the Royal Academy, there are periodic exams which determine if you proceed to the next grade. Even if the student saw something, they might just choose to ignore it and focus on studying.
I have to admit, I'd probably be one of them. I know I'd rather get one more formula in my head than focus on something that might just be my sleep-deprived mind playing tricks on me.
Whoa, are the exams really that intense?
Well, they work you students to the bone.
But as of today, the exams are done, sweet mercy of Idios, and people are going to be a lot more relaxed. If people were going to start talking about ghost stories, today's the day for it. There is a converse to this. If rumors spread too far, it will be hard to divine the truth. If we wish to hear the stories from the witnesses themselves, we must act today.
Well then, you may begin your investigation immediately. Jill, Hans, Kloe, I expect you to give them your full support.
Yes, sir.
Understood, sir. So, first off, if we're investigating something, we need a headquarters. Someone might come to the student council with information, so you can use our meeting room.
That'll be perfect. Let's go.
Okay, let's divide up the jobs. Agate and I will go question the teachers. They should be in the faculty lounge right now. After that, we'll hunt down the rest of the staff and interrogate them too. Easy enough. Hans will check the records in the reference room and see if anything like this has happened around here before. Understood. Estelle and Kloe will be in charge of interviewing students.
Okay. We'll do our best.
Dorothy, Olivier, you two investigate the grounds as you see fit. I'll trust your artist's intuition to find something. Leave it to me.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so everyone, try and finish up your investigations by nightfall and return here. Alright, fall out.
She really is good at this, huh? I noticed it during the school festival, too. She can be pretty silly at times, but I guess she leads the student council for a reason. Well, she does want to become a politician, kind of like Maybelle of Bose. She was really frustrated when the elections began. She kept going on about how she could have been a candidate if she were 10 years older. Well, I guess she could, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was wondering, how much do Jill and Hans know about you, Kloe? I know you mentioned once they nicknamed you. Yes, they did. They essentially know everything. They saw through my disguise about halfway into my first year here. Aside from them, only the dean knows my true identity. That makes sense, I guess. They do seem pretty comfortable hanging out with you, even though they know about your important royal stuff. Yes, just like you, Estelle. You're the best friends I have. Oh, come on, you're embarrassing me here. Anyhow, let's go find some students to interrogate. Did you see anything weird during the test period? Should be good enough without raising suspicion, right? Yes, that should keep rumors from spreading, I think. Remember though, some of the students may be back in their dormitories already. Good point, we'll look there too. Off we go a-questioning then.
Okay, you two, how's the questioning?
Well, we just started, so we don't have much yet. Have you any luck with the records?
Not yet, but there aren't many records that could be relevant, so this shouldn't take long. Hey, I know you're busy, but could I take a minute of your time?
Sure. Let me guess, this is about Joshua, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard all the details, but he's gone missing, right?
He, has, but don't worry. It's something he did on his own, so it's basically like him running away from home.
I wonder. I know we only spent a week with him or so, but... well, we really got along. Got to know each other. We talked about a whole lot of things. He just could not shut up about his life after he came to live with you, Estelle.
Really? That's so embarrassing. I was such a tomboy. I mean,
I guess that's still true, but
Well, I heard a lot of heartwarming stories, I'll say that much. The thing is, I never heard a word about anything before then.
oh,
One time, I just kind of casually asked about what his life was like before he came to live with you. I'll never forget his expression when I asked that. I'll never be able to. His eyes just sort of clouded over. It was like he was staring onto a selge-long field of who knows what, that only he could see. Afterwards, though, he just laughed it off and pretended it never happened while avoiding the question. I don't really know his history, but his leaving has something to do with his early life, doesn't it?
yeah, we're pretty sure it does.
I knew it. Whenever we went to bed, we'd always talk about how the day went, right? How practice was going, for example, or how delicious lunch was, that sort of thing. Whenever we did that, he got this look, like he was looking at something bright and beautiful. It's the expression of someone looking at something they want but can't have. And at the same time, he just sort of seemed to accept that it was something he could never have. Never really lost that look the entire time he was here.
Joshua, it is something you can have, you giant idiot. Estelle.
So yeah, I know I shouldn't really get involved since I don't know you two that well, but can I ask one favor of you? Just one.
Huh?
If you meet him again, don't ever let him have that kind of expression. He is an idiot, thinking he can't have that kind of life. He's just got as much of a right to love, laugh, and enjoy life as any of us do. Can you do that for me?
Hans. Yeah, of course I can. I'll wake him up to that fact, even if I have to slap his cheeks beet red in the process. Estelle, it may take that to really get him to understand, but we'll do it.
Oh, crud. Sorry in advance, Jay. Felt good to get that off my chest. Sorry, I shouldn't take up too much of your time. Good luck with your investigation.
Yeah, thanks, Hans. Good luck to you too, Hans.
Ah, why, if it isn't Estelle?
How's it going, Olivier? Turning anything up?
Marvelous, or so I imagine. I left that business to Dorothy. More importantly, I heard tell of a dorm for the female students. I am urgently searching for it.
For the girls' dorm? Why the heck are you searching for that? Well, I think I can kinda guess, but...
That should be obvious. To safeguard the place where these maidens lay themselves to sleep naturally.
I knew it was gonna go there. How, unexpected of you.
It would, after all, be far too late once the foul hands of the evil disturb their peace and put them in danger, you see. Ah, yes. Incidentally, Estelle, I believe you have spent some time at this academy before. Perhaps you could guide me to the door.
I'm, a little busy right now, so another time. I know whose foul hands of evil I'm going to safeguard the girls' dorm from. Excuse me? And how come no one ever told me? I already said I'd spend my vacation sightseeing across Liberal. Why am I being forced to return home now?
Felicity, please calm yourself.
No, I refuse. This time I will say my piece. Tests are finally over and I was finally starting to plan all the things I wanted to do for my vacation. So why is a return ticket to the Empire conveniently shown up on my doorstep now of all times? You've been plotting against me with Grandfather, haven't you? Man, hard to get a word in edgewise. Let's see what happens. I truly believe it would be in your best interest to keep those complaints to yourself for now. It can only serve to make things worse. Excuse me? Excuse me? Have you forgotten your place? How dare you speak to your mistress in such a matter? Oops. Pardon us. I did try to warn you. Do you need something from me? Yeah, sorry to butt in while you're busy. We're in the middle of an investigation, you see.
I see you've come about that little incident. Raina, please, that's enough. I can hardly keep bear to recall such horrors.
Did something happen?
Indeed. In fact, what we would qualify as more than strange. It was a human form floating in the air.
Oh. Raina, please tell me everything you saw in as much detail as possible.
I would love to. I believe I could share enough information for the both of us. Is that acceptable, Felicity? Fine, do whatever you want. It was the night before exams. Very suddenly, Felicity said there was someone outside the window.
Oh, joy of joys, this already sounds like the start of some ghost story.
When I peeked out the window, I saw a human form floating above the schoolhouse, just as she said. It spun as if blown by the wind. Eventually, it disappeared towards the back of the schoolhouse. And then came the worst part of all. My lady, being struck by fear, climbed into bed and... Surely that part isn't relevant to their investigation, Raina.
Yeah, we don't need to be that specific.
Oh, I see. A pity, just as it was getting interesting too.
Anyway, to make a long story short, a human shape appeared in the sky above the schoolhouse, spun around, then vanished towards the back side of the school?
Yes. Was that any help?
More than helpful, thanks a lot.
We couldn't have asked for a better testimony, really.
Alright, I should jot this down in my notebook right away.
Man, I'm hungry. Huh? You want something?
Yeah. Actually, we had a question.
Strange events.
Like, did you see anything weird or hear any odd sounds? Anything you might have noticed would have been helpful. Anything you might have noticed would be helpful.
Odd sounds. Don't make me remember all that creepy stuff.
Did you see something?
Yeah, I haven't actually told anyone before you guys, though. I saw someone suspicious.
Really? Could you give us the details?
Okay, sure. I was hanging out behind the schoolhouse on my way back home, right? It was a great place to chill during tests. No one's ever there. So I was walking around near the rear gate on my way back when this white floating person suddenly flew past. Sure, it looked like a person. No way I could have seen it wrong.
A white human form? That matches what the other witnesses have said. So what happened after that?
He floated off towards the rear gate. After that, I didn't see him.
I see, so he disappeared towards the rear gate. Yeah, this is good intel. I should write this down in my notebook. I agree. This is valuable testimony.
So is that enough? I'm starving and I want to grab some food.
Yeah, sorry, you're all good. Thanks for the help.
Well, not sure what's going on, but good luck or whatever. Oh, Kloe, how'd your test go?
Oh, well enough, I guess. More importantly, Patrick, may we have a moment?
Sure, what is it?
So, actually...
Strange events, you say? I do have something that might be along that line, sort of, but...
It's fine if you don't know the exact details. Just tell us everything that happened at that time.
Alright. Yeah, well, actually... I saw this humanoid form flying in the sky.
Oh. Could you tell us everything you remember about that?
It was one of the exam nights. I stayed behind in the classroom to study. I thought I noticed something move outside the window. I thought maybe the wind had picked up or something, so I went close to the window. When I saw this white, shadowy form floating outside.
A white, shadowy form? So what happened next?
Unfortunately, I lost sight of it immediately. It just sort of disappeared towards the east.
East would mean it disappeared towards the back of the schoolhouse, right? Yeah. Still, you remembered a lot of details.
Well, it's quite an interesting phenomenon. I wrote some simple notes down thinking I'd research it later.
Research?
Patrick is a student of the sciences after all.
Ah, I see.
Was I of any help?
Yeah, definitely. That was valuable testimony. I'll get that down in my notebook right away. Patrick, thank you.
Not at all, it was a minor request.
Oh, this is the auditorium.
It's strange, isn't it? It was only a few months ago, and yet you can't help but reminisce.
Yeah. A whole lot happened after that. Our calm, serene Princess Joshua has left us. Now it's just us on the stage. Having no supporting cast feels kind of strange, you know? It does. Say, Estelle, may I make a small confession? Sure. I like Joshua. I mean, affectionately. I was a bit attracted to him from the moment we met. What? I see. I actually kind of figured it always sort of seemed that way. The kiss scene at the end of the play. I won't deny, it sent my heart racing. I kept apologizing quietly to you, even as I threw myself into the role. I was all set to really kiss him at the end, not just pretend. Really? You're a lot braver than I thought, Kloe. Julia says I always do things that make her worry. But then when Mayor Dalmore pointed that gun at you, Estelle, Joshua's eyes. I've never seen eyes so full of murderous rage. And it was all because you're that important to him. That's when I gave up, because I realized I never had a chance against that. I don't know. I think it might be a little too early for you to give up. I mean, honestly, Kloe, I can't hope to compare to you. Oh, Estelle, you're so silly when it comes to this sort of thing. You really have no idea just how charming you are. Man, I pay you a compliment and you poke fun at me. Come on, Kloe. I was serious. But that's just it. So was I. I love that about you, Estelle. Your open honesty. And I think Joshua feels the same way. I guess Joshua and I are a bit alike in that sense. You know, I did notice that, kind of. You're both smart, level-headed, polite. To be honest, I totally told Joshua you two would be great together because of that. Until I met everyone here, I was very lonely. I think, in that sense, I was a little like Joshua before he met you. If there's a difference between us, it would be our strength. Your strength? Like how? Grandmother wishes very much to name me the next queen, especially after what happened recently. I guess it would be for the best, all things considered, but if I became queen, I'll never be Kloe Rentz again. I will be Claudia von Oslis forevermore, burdened with power and responsibility. I never again get to hug those orphans, or talk to my friends casually, or attend class. The very idea terrifies me. Yet I feel so pathetic for not having the strength to return to that solitude when it's necessary. I still haven't given grandmother a proper answer. Kloe. In that sense, Joshua is stronger than I could ever hope to be. I'm sure that he, more than anyone, didn't want to be separated from you. But even so, he disappeared so as to not involve you in what he felt was his own problem. Joshua's strong on some level, yeah. But I don't think that's the kind of strength you should admire. It's the role of a queen to rule a whole country. Of course you're hesitating, it's natural. Heck, what'd be really worrying would be if you wanted it without hesitating. Like Dunon. Being worried and unsure about whether you'll be good, still trying anyway. That's why you'll be an amazing queen, Kloe. Estelle. But Joshua didn't hesitate. He barely thought twice. He left us, behind as if it were the most natural thing in the world. That's something I can't forgive him for. Estelle. You're right. It is unforgivable. Why is it the cute ones are always the ones who don't understand a girl's feelings? I'm so glad we're friends, Kloe. I don't have many people I can open up to like this.
Neither do I. Although, all we've been talking about are embarrassing things, really.
Please don't misunderstand me, though. I don't feel that way about Joshua at all now. Oh, don't worry, it's okay. I kinda learned the hard way that love isn't something you should try and hold back. I guess my dad would totally call us a couple of dumb kids.
Thank you, Estelle. Well, to be honest, if I said I didn't have any feelings left towards him, I'd be lying. But more than anything, I want to see you two happy together and
Don't worry, I get it. Anyway, we spent a bit too much time with girl talk, I think. Want to get back to interviewing the students?
yes, we should. Let's try to talk to everyone before nightfall.
Holy crap, it's late already.
I think we've gotten just about everything we can from the students. Shall we head back to the council room?
Yeah, let's. With any luck, we can put together what we've heard from everyone else and figure out what's up.
Hey, you're back. Alright, everyone, reports hit me in the face. We talked to the entire staff, but practically all of them came up blank. Only one who saw anything remotely weird was the janitor. He saw a suspicious person who seemed to disappear right at the gate to the old schoolhouse. Yeah, the teaching staff were all too busy preparing for the test, so nobody saw anything useful. The cafeteria lady and Fauna, the receptionist, also didn't have much to say.
I was kind of afraid of that. Well, for our part, we heard some interesting stories from 3 students in particular.
All of them centered around the rear of the school grounds, near the old schoolhouse. That strikes me as too similar to be coincidence.
I got some results too. I took 30 pictures of the students and teachers and 50 of the school theory. They're all really cute. I love this place.
Sadly, my efforts failed to shine. I did, however, cause several beautiful kittens to flock to the siren call of my lute.
So you two accomplished literally nothing. Like, at all. I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but come on!
So that'd leave me for last, I suppose. I looked over the records for any similar cases. Problem is, everything here is so new, there's nothing really in the way of ghost stories and whatnot. Anything remotely relevant centers around the old schoolhouse. In that case, that old ruin is suspicious no matter how you slice it. What's the deal with that shack anyway? It's the original Jenis building. It's been around for centuries as far as I know. The new campus was finished about 20 years ago. The school moved here and the old place has been closed off ever since.
Wait, hang on. It's closed off, but I thought we popped in there during the school festival.
Unfortunately, some of the very dangerous monsters that have been wandering around got in after you left. We've had to leave it tightly locked and abandoned ever since. Oh my, a stone ruin dated back centuries. It strikes me as the perfect haunt for a ghost.
Thanks a heap for pointing that out. Well, I really don't want to go, but it's not like we have any other leads. It's getting pretty late though, so how about we check it tomorrow, yeah?
Why, Estelle, whatever makes now a bad time? It doesn't seem that late.
Well, it's almost nightfall, and it might be dangerous with the monsters and stuff. It'll be a bit of a challenge during the day, so I imagine it'd be stupidly dangerous at night.
Ah, but is that not the point? The truly terrifying manifests best under the light of the moon. If there is any time to grasp the true nature of our specter, it is now.
Yeah. You gotta get ghost pictures at night. It's the law, or something.
It's the law in Looney Land, maybe. Huh?
Estelle, what's wrong?
I don't know. Thought I saw something outside the window. It's sort of whitish. Probably just Sieg. Hold on. A white shadow? Estelle, what's...
Hey.
Estelle. Estelle, wake up. Huh?
Estelle, you're awake.
Oh, thank goodness. How do you feel? Are you hurt? No, I think I'm okay. Wait, this is the girls' dorm, right? Why am I... Wait, I saw it! I saw the white shadow right out that window! And then it...
So you really did see a ghost?
Estelle, what did the white shadow look like? Well, it was a man dressed in old-fashioned clothes like an opera getup or something and wearing a mask. He danced in circles and he was glowing. He flew off towards the old schoolhouse.
Whoa, what a neato ghost.
I'm going to hazard a guess that this matches the description you've heard before, right? I figured the old schoolhouse would have something to do with this.
Screw it.
Huh?
I don't know if this is a spook or a dude with an airship in his pants or whatever. If he's gonna run around looking crazy and scaring people and making them faint, I'm gonna beat him to a pulp once and for all.
Beat him to a pulp?
Oh, Estelle, do ghosts make you angry and afraid and stuff? I was scared of ghosts because I wasn't sure if they existed or could rip my soul out or something. Now that I've seen one, I ain't afraid of no ghost. Not at all. If I see it again, I'm gonna polish my staff with his face.
I'm not sure if this is courage or if she's gone off the deep end. Oh, Estelle. All right, I got the key to the back gate from the teachers.
Thanks, Hans.
I'm glad you're fired up, but you sure you're okay?
Of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be okay? When have I ever given the impression that ghosts paralyze me with fear? That's silly. We're gonna go into the schoolhouse, punch the ghost in the face, and drag him back to the guild.
If you say so. We're finally entering Estelle's element, it seems. Well then, let us begin our test of courage. Monsters may have taken root in the ruin, so only those skilled in the art of combat should enter. Good thinking, for once. The camera girl can come, but the others should stay behind. Yeah, I know. We'll leave everything to you big, tough, fighting types. We'll be waiting here in case something happens.
Agate, may I accompany you?
What? Excuse me, princess. Isn't this a little dangerous for the possible heir to Liberal?
The children at the orphanage have seen this, whatever it is. I cannot simply let it be. I've also been inside the old schoolhouse on a few occasions. I think I may be able to help.
Fine, okay. Of course, when I think about it, you're probably skilled enough to help us out anyway, what with how you went up against Richard and all. Just be careful and don't overdo it, okay?
I'll be careful, I promise. Okay then, let's head into the schoolhouse and catch us a ghost.
Yeah!